that pick your tag, make sure your controls are on.
A little bit of a false start. Happens to the best of us.
Har. Hello. Anyway.
Sean.
Alright, we're out here.
I've been losing it, like jumping on with you with commentary.
It's 11 a.m. I didn't drink any coffee this morning. I had a nougat granola protein bar. I'm booted up. I'm ready to go, chat.
I'm ready to go too. I want to see some gameplay. I want to see some action. Game number 1 this time. No false starts. All the correct tags are in. It's time for them to play some video games. What a way to open up with the day. Best of 5 Sonic Little Mac. I feel like because of both of how fast each of these characters are, nobody's really that good at camping the other, except for the fact that Sonic can occupy the air a lot faster than Little Mac can.
I will say what we've seen from Little Mac players such as Peanut this year, Little Mac's on hit is pretty good. If you can connect like a down tilt or an up tilt, it will be leading into another hit. So not so much hit and run for Little Mac as well, but look at the consistent damage that Domo has already been popping off on N20Blad. Not even a scrape or a scratch on him thus far.
And that was a really good jump to platform, because that's how you like scare people into then landing back down. You're then able to maybe try and catch a landing cue, but setting up a really good tech chase, jumping up but not able to follow up off of the neutral. I gotta say, both of them are playing pretty solid, and that could have been something saucy.
Yeah, for real. I mean, KO punch off the rip at 123. You know, you might want to conserve that resource, especially as the stock may potentially be about to end, like it was right there. And
run up uppy. Yeah. What an option too, to catch Sonic dashing in, to catch him maybe like jumping up as well. You can get away with that like once you get close enough to Sonic to actually execute that.
I've just been looking at the sponsors in the corner. This tournament's sponsored by 7-Eleven. That's crazy.
Yeah,
let's go. That's so cool. But yeah, Domo looking pretty good so far. However, big edge guard situation being set up. One thing I'd like to see N20Blad already do off rip is start putting those springs off stage. You know, Little Mac, I think Peanut has dispelled the rumor that Little Mac has a really terrible recovery.
What an option.
Big option right there. Big KO punch off the ledge right there from Domo.
Yeah, drop down, double jump, KO punch, because if you're sitting in shield as Sonic, you can typically cover just about anything that Little Mac does. You sometimes, oh Jesus Christ, you had to drop that. You had to drop it. This game is going.
Oh my.
This game is gone.
Domo stoic, stone face, throwing haymakers out here. Pretty much ripping up N20Blad right off the rip, and can't be blamed right there. I mean, the timing was just so mixy there. You know, just holding the F smash in N20Blad's face, making him guess when he's going to swing right there.
This run up up is such like an unconventional option, but honestly it's like pretty solid, because like Sonics, they like to jump out of spin dash sometimes. You know, you dash in, you dash out, and he didn't actually end up pressing any buttons. I don't actually think that was like the startup of any move.
I'm surprised that N20Blad is opting to, you know, use Sonic's dash as much. I feel like we don't see Sonic dash that much. I feel like we see most of the movement being carried out by most of Sonic's special moves as well, which N20Blad really wasn't touching most of that game 1.
But game number 2, hopefully it's going to be a little bit better. Biggest thing, you really just got to make sure that once you do have Little Mac in disadvantage, you're constantly pushing him and that you're sending him off stage. I just feel like Domo is getting away with just getting so close to N20Blad, just constantly pressuring and swinging.
Big F smashes too. Being able to just hammer through with that super armor is going to be so crucial in this matchup, I feel like, especially in those super CQC scrappy situations.
Shield pressure is solid, already just a PCF tilt. Domo going to be able to take off that fully stock, only taking 28%, and N20Blad just not going to be able to follow up fully.
And again, just Domo getting so much percentage on hit as well. Just every hit going pretty much the way of him. And these F smashes too, just N20Blad is letting them rip without a second care. Like, we're not really seeing a lot of shield coming out of him. He's just kind of getting punched. My man looking like Glass Joe out here.
Okay, I tried to maybe catch like a roll out, wasn't able to find it. Could be whipping that KO punch, N20Blad just not able to catch that landing with dash attack either. Domo using neutral B to stall his descent.
All right, Domo waiting at the ledge here for the ledge trap situation, but N20Blad managing to get out, but still that up B, such a potent win condition right here for Domo. Also, you know, just plow through whatever Sonic's gonna do close range.
I feel like really simply, the APM difference between Domo and N20Blad is like kind of big.
It's staggering, yeah.
N20Blad is just dashing, shielding a lot, not really swinging in a lot of situations. And Domo is just like full buttons out, 3 stocks to 1, KO punch on deck as well. Looking for something here, maybe like a ledge trump option. But this is quite the lead.
N20Blad could very well be like a fighting game player, like a traditional fighting game player. This is like a very like reminiscent play style of players who have touched Smash like Sonic Fox before, where you won't be swinging too much and you're more so trying to feel out your opponent in neutral. But Smash is a whole different breed, man. There's so many mashy buttons in this game. You're going to have to also just outstuff Little Mac with a lot of Sonic's hitboxes. And
you got to go out there. You have to edge guard Little Mac. And right idea with the spring ends up putting Domo back onto the stage, who's just able to get back on and say, okay, buddy, you pressed your up B. You're nice and vulnerable. I'm going to be able to pop that F smash. And I think that was another 3-stock.
We are seeing small strides in the right direction, I feel like, N20Blad. We did see an attempt with the spring there to at least get that edge guard off right there. Albeit, it did hit on the wrong side because of that air dodge from Domo. But
dashed into it. Just dashed right into that F smash. You saw that?
I just want to see N20Blad start hitting the small red button on their GameCube controller. They need to start hitting that button, at least start to mix it up with the spin dashes and spin charges, just to throw Domo off a little bit, because I feel like Domo has not, wanted to respect N20Blad at all in neutral. It's been so pivotal, but sometimes you need a little change of pace. We're going to be seeing a Joker coming out of N20Blad for this game.
A little bit of a switch up. Hopefully he's able to do something. But right now, Domo opening off the same exact way, just always closing in space, but lands with neutral, able to get the grab into the up air as well. Just some good Joker B&Bs.
Already Arsene on deck too. This is huge right here for N20Blad. Big, strong moves going to be, and already N20Blad looking a lot more eager to swing in this matchup, and also a lot more. Just looking like a whole different player, looking way more comfortable on the Joker thus far.
Oh, absolutely. But Domo still closing in space, still finding those up tilt up Bs, super classic and like essential for like little max damage output, and just so non-committal. Dash down tilt, oh, you rolled in. I'm still able to cover that in time. And N20Blad though, holding onto the tether, but that does not matter. KO punch to the jaw.
Yeah, it's gonna be, you're gonna need a dentist after that one.
That's a whole reconstructive surgery.
Yeah, for real. Bro's gonna have his mouth wired shut for a hot minute.
He's not having a good time, but what a counter. Finally catching Domo swinging.
Massive, yeah. Devin makes a good point. First stock he's taking, and honestly, rightfully so. I mean, he's been swinging a whole lot more, going for these insane edge guards. Already looking comfortable with the B&Bs too. Why didn't we see this character at the beginning of this set?
Dropping down there with the counter, Little Mac has to put out a hitbox in order to make it back onto the stage, be it with side B or up B. Now just backing down to the ground, suddenly struggling to catch these landings like last game. Domo has a lead, but N20Blad is playing super tight.
And already, like, we're seeing a better knowledge of spacing to use it. Like, we're seeing F-tilt as an excellent spacing tool in the mid-range right here. We're seeing guns for N20Blad to land. I'm just wondering why he didn't pick into this character to start off with. I don't know, maybe he needed to get the engine warmed up with Sonic. I'm not sure.
Oh, buddy, falling out of that F-tilt, gets that low-angled F-smash, maybe trying to set up a tech chase, waits for an air dodge, but I feel like N20Blad has an air dodge at disadvantage. That hasn't knocked out the KO punch, but that will knock out that last stock. Domo opening off with a 3-0.
Pretty huge 3-0. Looking very good out there, looking very confident. Just knew the links a lot better. N20Blad kind of struggling a little bit to get a lot of those stocks off, especially those first two games, but looked a lot better in the Joker as time went on. But still, Domo just had his hit on point. Mans just knew what the win conditions were, which is hit big, hit strong, hit good.
Hit big, hit strong, hit good. And N20Blad was able to call him out for it once, but that time around, just, not able to get this ledge trap here. That trade was so huge for Domo, who was just able to catch N20Blad's landing. I feel like some of N20Blad's landings have been like a little predictable, right? Like always landing immediately, never really air dodging, always, never like also like stalling with like a double jump to scout out an option from Little Mac. So Domo's like, okay, I have a good idea of when he's gonna land. I'm just gonna dash to where you're going. Little Mac is fast on the ground. He's able to pop out an up tilt. He's able to, throw out an up smash, and it just felt like N20Blad could not land.
For real, I mean, it's always tough to land against a character like Little Mac, a character that excels at ground speed wholeheartedly. And FD may not be the most choice counter pick to go to, I feel like, especially on your last game of the entire set. But still a good show from both players. Domo going to be proceeding on to fight even more best of 5.